A lot of you guys have been asking me, why isn't Paris Saint-Germain in the race for Enzo Fernandez, Josko Gvardiol, or even trying to sign Milan Skriniar? Well, I'm gonna answer all of that in this video and answer the big question, why Paris Saint-Germain should be called a broke club. Paris Saint-Germain, yes, we're rich. We're one of the top highest revenue earners in the entirety of Europe. But we still can't compete for the biggest signings and for the biggest players. And here is the reason. Number one, our wage bill. Paris Saint-Germain had the highest wage bill out of any team in the entire top 5 leagues in Europe and of all time. No team has ever paid their players the amount that Paris Saint-Germain are paying their players. And that's mostly because we have the 3 highest earners in football apart from Cristiano Ronaldo: Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, and Messi. All of them have a high wage package. Plus, the taxes in France make it even worse because they have to pay a lot of their money for the wages, meaning that we have to pay them even more so that they can pay their taxes because the French taxes are so high. And this is a big issue I've had here in France. So it's not that we pay them a lot, but it's also that we have to overpay them because of the high taxes. Second of all, our revenue for last season was $661 million, whilst our wage bill was sitting at $700 million. This is a big issue. We know that. But the thing is, we want to have M&M. That's the negative side of having, the M&M Trident. Like every club would want to have the M&M Trident. But this is one of the negative stuff that comes with it, which is the extreme high wages. For me, it's not that big of an issue because, yeah, the positive side of having M&M outweighs the negative side of not having M&M. Second of all, why Paris Saint-Germain is broke compared to other teams, especially the Premier League. This is an issue. It's not just Paris Saint-Germain. It's every club outside of the Premier League. The Premier League earns so much money through their TV revenue that no one can really compete with them. Mudryk, 100 million. No team in Europe could compete with that price. That's how much it was. We can't compete with that. Chelsea have spent more than the rest of the top 4 leagues combined. That's a big issue, but that's something we have to deal with. And that is the reason we really can't compete with Enzo Fernandez 120 million. We don't have that kind of money. We don't. No other team has that kind of money apart from Premier League clubs. And that is why in the future, all the big signings, it will mostly be Premier League teams signing them. Every 100 million transfer recently has been made by a Premier League club, not a Liga or a La Liga club. Real Madrid still have a lot of money, mostly because that's the money they had saved up through the years, selling players and not buying any players in summer transfer windows for Kylian Mbappe. So they still have a bunch of money they can still use, but when that ends, they will be in the same boat as us. Thirdly, one thing people have to understand, Paris Saint-Germain is a self-sufficient club, aka meaning we are not using gas or oil money anymore. When KSI first bought the club, yes, they pumped money into the club to buy these players because Paris Saint-Germain did not have that kind of money. But ever since then, we have become a self-sufficient club, which means that we only use money that our club generates through sponsors and everything. Why Paris Saint-Germain have been able to make big signings is because Paris Saint-Germain earn a lot of money. There are only 5 teams that earn more money than Paris Saint-Germain in the year 2022. So we are still one of the richest clubs in the world. But with the wage, and then we can't really compete with the Premier League, that has made us really hard for Paris Saint-Germain to compete with other players. But there is a solution. The solution is Luis Campos. That is why it was such a huge job for us getting Luis Campos to Paris Saint-Germain, because what he has done to this club, how he has transferred Paris Saint-Germain from a stupid signing club to a smart signing club. If you look at every player we bought last transfer window, all of them had 1 year left on their contract. Or in Vitinha's case, it was a release clause, or in Ekitike's sense, he really wanted to join the club and we were able to get him for a loan with an obligation to buy. Paris Saint-Germain can't negotiate with clubs anymore because they know that we earn a lot of money. and they will always ask for a stupid amount. We saw with Milan Skriniar during the summer. Inter were asking 60-70 million for a player with 1 year left in his contract, which was absolutely stupid. Luckily, Nasser knew how to negotiate that, and now we're getting him for free this summer. But we really can't negotiate with clubs. If we go to Benfica will just say a stupid price because they know that we have a lot of money. But the thing is, we don't have that much money that we can use in the transfer market. That is why Paris Saint-Germain have been doing these friendlies in Al-Nassr and going to Japan, because that's an easy way for us to earn some money. No one should be worried because luckily in the next summer we're going to sell a lot of players that have high wage. Keylor Navas 350, Sergio Ramos 500k, Juan Bernat 200k. And when these players get sold and the players that we're buying to Paris Saint-Germain, we're not giving them that high of a wage. This was an issue with Leonardo and Antero Enrique. We're giving out loads of wages to players that were just declining. Their price was going down and down and down. And Paris Saint-Germain and Luis Campos are trying to fix all of those issues here. So it's not a big problem. This is a problem for everyone in the entirety of Europe. Paris Saint-Germain are not going to do levers like FC Barcelona because that's a very stupid risk to take, and you really won't be rewarded that much. But that was it. Let me know in the comments down below. Have I answered your question why Paris Saint-Germain broke and why we really can't compete for Josko Gvardiol, Jude Bellingham and all of these players? Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the PSGINT YouTube channel, and as always, bye.